Good morning, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. That's got the cows loaded in the back. Let's just check the route, see where we're going. Okay, not that far today, just off to Riverton. I've got live cattle with me, so I'm going to be taking this steady. It's an urgent delivery, so need to make progress, but it'll be smooth. Don't want those cows being sick in the back. Hope everyone's doing well today. What have we got with us? Well, this is Red Thunder, Kenworth W900. And the engine I'm using is the Cummins QSK19. That's available in my engine pack of the same name. I'll drop a link below, shameless plug. And we're using the QSK19 600 even horsepower, which is the Torque Limited model. So it's 1850 foot-pounds of torque. That's because it's compatible with the Allison automatic transmission that I'm using today. Just put this thing over these speed bumps here. We'll be try to be nice and smooth. It's quite easy to upset the truck if you do this at just the wrong speed. Okay, why this engine? Well, this transmission is the reason why I designed the Torque Limited QSK19. Because Allison's state the maximum amount of torque it can cope with is 1850 foot-pounds. That's what this engine's got. It'll also cope with 600 horsepower, tick. So, in theory, we have a machine that is going to be fairly performant without killing the transmission. Which means we can get these moo cows where they need to be in a timely fashion. That's the theory anyway. And if you're used to the game, you'll notice that those indicators or those turn signals are blinking slower than normal. I'm trying this particular drive at warp factor 0.8. That's a console command. Normal warp is 1 or 100%. I'm running the game slightly slower. Just want to see how much of a difference it makes to how it feels. It's a little off-putting to have slower blinkers or indicators. So the stock QSK19, or the QSK19 as I designed it, needs a few revs to perform. It's not as bad as the Cummins KT. So it's curious to see how well the transmission's going to cope with that. So far so good. It's not that much different to the other engines, which is it's a good thing. And of course I'm using the standard sound pack, so it doesn't sound like a Z-Mods engine, because it's not. Seems unusually quiet, though that's not a bad thing. Certainly going to help this trip go smoother than it could otherwise go. Oh, I left it a little late before I turned here. Well, this gives us extra space. Make sure that we don't bump those cows off the curb. I'm always good for that. Or not good for that. Gotta love some of the details in the game, like the water tower here that we're approaching on the right. Over the railway tracks, or railroad crossing. Not that far from the freeway, at least I didn't think we were. Yeah, I've got time. Got time to get there. It should be good. Best kind of light is one that's green when you get there.
Go straight. Go straight.
So the biggest advantage of the Allison 4700 RDS transmission is probably the torque converter. Although pretty close to what Allison call the power shift. You don't lose boost pressure when you change gear. So yes, I only have 7 gears to choose from, and it will likely only select 6th gear, or 7th gear, sorry, top gear. at about 65, 67 miles an hour. But all the way up between 0 to whatever speed I'm selecting top. Doesn't lose boost pressure when it shifts. That makes it nice and smooth, and that's very good for cattle. Also gives it pretty decent performance too. At least on the flat. Perhaps I should qualify that by saying it's very eager off the mark, but it's not got that much go at the higher speeds. I'm not even going to try and do 80 miles an hour on this stretch. If I get up to 65, I'll be happy with that. Right, well, I think this next stretch is going to be pretty straightforward, so it's probably a good time to take some accelerated driving. I'll catch up with you boys and girls in a jiffy. I'm going to find one word to describe this trip. I think I'm going to have to go with the word effortless. Not quick, not that efficient, but definitely effortless. There are definitely times when only having 7 ratios feels like a bit of a pain. But most of all, if you're driving along at 55, 65 along the highway, yeah, if it's flat, doesn't really matter how many gears you've got. You're not changing gear that much. Cities, junctions, intersections, just let the thing change gear for me, and I'm quite sure that the moo cows behind us really appreciate the smoother shifting. There's none of this pulse and glide feeling you get with a manual or even an automated manual. I did mention efficiency. The transmission's not known to be that efficient. It does have tool gearing, and that really does help on those longer trips. Probably should have stopped for that one. Yes, but the torque converter and the lack of ratios isn't always great for efficiency, so I'm optimistic that it will have done okay, but this is a 19-litre engine, and I don't expect amazing economy. Be lucky if I broke 6 miles per gallon with this trip.
Turn right.
Oh, I remember this one. Yes, the yard on the left. Great big yard as well. I'm not sure I want to maneuver the cattle exactly where they want to be. We'll see. Let's just raise the suspension for the road here. Let's switch to a different view. No, I'm not going to do it just yet. Let's get down here on the left hand side and just raise the suspension. It's kind of subtle. Did you see it rise? Yeah, I didn't think so. Ah well. Let's feather the throttle along this middle of a stretch of road. All clear on the back. Almost at the destination. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. I'm not sure whether I want to make a mess of it the next couple of minutes. We'll find out in a second or two.
Go straight.
It's a little further than I thought.
Good driving.
Nope, not doing that. That one doesn't look so bad. Yeah, I'll go with the easy option here because this video could be pretty long already. Ah, well, that's pretty much a wrap then. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. And yes, I know I took the easy option when it came to parking, but this could be a long one already. Interesting to just drive the QSX19. I did design this engine with the Allison automatics in mind, and I think it did fine. Don't think it was that efficient. Let's find out. Okay, so 257 miles and 46.9 gallons, or 47 gallons. That's 5.5 to the gallon, 5.5 miles per gallon. Okay, that's, I would say that is fair dues for this particular engine on this particular trip. I hope that you've enjoyed this. You know what to do if you have. If you haven't, you probably also know what to do. Subscribe for more like this, but above all, have a fantastic day. Hope to see you in convoy soon. Goodbye.